Good morning, everyone. Lovely fall day after a spectacular ending of summer. There's a lot of exciting things happening this fall in the Sierra Club world. Just to want to get clear and updated is October 4th, the Vermont chapter will be leading a hike in the newly proposed Jim Jefford State Forest. That's in Shrewsbury. So if you really want to see the latest and upcoming state park that is not even a state park yet, come join us. It's going to be a fascinating process to see how a landscape can be turned into a park that all can explore, enjoy, and protect. But that is October 4th. Other things happening in the world, obviously, the Pope is coming to Washington, D.C., Philadelphia, New York. He's not coming to Vermont, but it's quite spectacular because the Pope has made it clear that climate change is happening, and it's a moral imperative that we as a society have to address this worldwide, not just in these small microcosms communities such as Montpelier, where we have a growing energy committee doing some great work, and other communities. So the Pope visit is going to be monumentous, and it will showing the face of the Christian spirit worldwide of how they think climate change needs to be addressed, like a lot of the other religions do. But speaking back up to Vermont, other things happening. I guess you can call him almost the Pope of climate change. Al Gore is coming to Vermont October 6th at UVM's Ira Allen Chapel. I know tickets are very, very, very limited, but just to let you know, he's coming there to address some business meetings about encouraging them to transition to clean, renewable energy technologies. But also, regarding those energy issues, there's a series of hearings happening about the comprehensive energy plan. Look up on our websites and pay attention because there's public hearings about the state of where renewable energy is happening in Vermont, and the different policies. But that brings me to my next point: divestment. We're making some great headways on divestment. California passed a coal divestment bill, which actually rapidly encourages the pension funds to divest from coal. I mean, that's a no-brainer. Why is anybody investing in coal when the economic viability has been dropping dramatically on that? But then, if you see a report in down in Massachusetts, is Massachusetts lost billions of dollars in their pension funds due to investments in fossil fuels. Um, so we're kind of saying that to Vermont. If other states are losing millions in their, or even billions in their investments through fossil fuels, what how does that make it financially or fiscally prudent? The fiduciary responsibility that the state treasurer's office says doesn't make sense. Just look into that and see how that plays out. We hopefully will get this ball rolling on that particular issue. The Sierra Club is actively involved with the Energy Independent Vermont campaign to pass a carbon pollution tax. We hope to get that elevated in discussion, maybe even with Al Gore coming to town. That'll bring up the point. We hope to push that particular issue through the Vermont House this year, and with Shap Smith running for governor, maybe he's going to take up the issue seriously this year. So we'll see. We'll see what's going to happen with that. To other issues, our Forest and Wildlife Committee is very actively putting together a campaign to work with a variety of their colleagues, coalitions of groups to ban neonicotinoid pesticides. Basically, what's happening here is neonicotinoid pesticides are used to treat different pests, to kill different pests, and they're treating different seeds and plants. But in the meantime, it's killing the bees and native pollinators. Basically, a super majority of studies have proven that it is causing the death of bees. Of course, like any other scientific study, there's opposition to that. But if you look at the opposition who says it doesn't, they're all funded by Syngenta, Bayer, the usual suspects. They're the ones funding studies that say no. And as we can see today, ExxonMobil, a lot of press has been coming out about ExxonMobil saying that they've known for 40 years that climate change is real and it's really happening, but they've suppressed that information and funded all these climate hoax people. So it's just like the typical American corporation who's spinning things to prevent their business from happening. So, but they pay attention to that active work on that. And the Water Committee is actively looking into providing comments about the upcoming TMDL total maximum daily load plan by the EPA. And there's a hearing October 4th in St. Albans about best management practices for farms. So there's a lot of happenings going on in Vermont. But also, if you're a member of the Sierra Club, we're recruiting new members to join our executive committee. We have a nominating process, so if you're interested, please contact me. But also, if you're not looking on joining our executive committee, there's plenty of committee work that's out there. So, always contact me anyway, rob.kidd@sierraclub.org, and that's with two B's and two D's. So robb.kidd@sierraclub.org. So hope to see you soon. Explore, enjoy, and protect the planet.